guess I had a flashback of when I got hired and walking in here, and kind of amazing to know that it's been like 7 months since that happened. It's been an unbelievable journey as we've began to get ready. Kind of hard to believe that we're ready to start and open up the season. The girls have been incredible. I was really proud of sitting there and listening to them talk about the adjustments and all the different things. They're working really hard, and we got a great group. I feel like every day when we come in, they're ready to go to work hard for me and do whatever I ask them, myself and the staff. And, I know we got a road to climb, but I'm very excited about where we're going and where we're headed.
Coach, you talked yesterday about being realistic with things, but at the same time, having expectations. I guess kind of define what you're looking to get out of each day, each practice, I guess each game, and what ultimately are your expectations this year.
Well, I think the biggest thing is making sure that every day we come out and compete, that there's nothing left on the floor, that every day we give 110%. And myself and my staff, we talk about that constantly with the ladies. And I think the biggest thing is understanding and knowing that, there's going to be ups and downs. But as we go through those things, we continue to keep learning for we can be the best that we can be every day. And I think that's what they've done. Ever since practice started, I can say that, every day they've came in and competed and we've gotten better. And it is an adjustment for them as they talk about we're more up and down the floor, and I think, we run a lot and do a lot of different things, but in order for us to overcome our size differentials compared to some of the other teams, then we're going to have to do those things. So I think they've really embraced it, and so I'm excited about that.
Coach, has there been a single player or players that so far have established themselves in the leadership role, and also is there's somebody who's maybe surprised you, maybe showing you more than you thought you'd get so far?
Well, you had Cheney Means here and Alexis, and I must say that Alexis Govan has grown incredible since I've gotten here. I was really pleased to hear her talk about how they embraced the fact of the open door policy when I got here, and she was one of the main one that came in and always started that, and I think some of the other ones followed. At that point, I knew that she could be one of the leaders. I think it's a collective effort with everybody. The newcomers have embraced everything, and Kendall sitting here very shy, but she is working hard every day, and all the freshmen are. And like you said, we've kind of have to throw them into the fire, but they're working and they're working hard. And singling out one player, I don't think would give us justice right now, because everything we do this year is going to be about team, and they're all working hard to do everything I think myself and the staff are asking them, and we're going to get to the point where that's what we want. We want WKU and the pride of Western Kentucky every time we walk on the floor, and it's not about me and it's not about one individual player. It's going to be about this team and where we're trying to go.
Coach, you may have been asked this yesterday. Picked to finish fifth in the East, which is pretty atypical for this program. Is it something that you expected? And as a second part to that, is that kind of like a rallying cry for you guys, at least to get them a little motivated? Well,
when you look at we lost 5 seniors, and you look at the players that we lost and the people that were the leading scorers and everything else, is pretty realistic. And it's as Cheney's commented about it. We understand and know that we're going to have a battle on our hands every day. But at the end of the day, I also understand and think that if we continue to prepare and do the things we need to, we'll have the opportunity to, have a chance to surprise some people. And I think that, when you come into that situation and you're voted fifth, then, when we turn around and end up in a higher position, then that makes us look better. And that's what it's all about. And at the end of the day, preseason is what it is, preseason. When it's all over and everything's said and done, we don't want to be fifth on the east side when it comes to the end of the season. And that's what our goal is.
Having 10 active players right now in practice, is that the fewest you've had as a head coach or assistant? And I guess what adjustments have you had to make having so few bodies out there?
Well, no, as a Division II head coach, I probably had less before. But it is an adjustment. But the biggest thing is thank goodness for the opportunity to be able to have some practice players. And there's been a lot of adjustments, but it's been really good for those 10 girls because we have to get better fundamentally, and for them to be able to get the repetition every day. They're not having to wait for me to sub 5 more players in if we had 15 on the roster, which we're allowed to carry. So it has made Kendall Noble better. It's made all the other freshmen better because they've had an opportunity to get that time where if I had 4 more other upperclassmen, maybe they wouldn't get as much repetition. And I think that's one of the things why we will continue to keep getting better every day, because they'll have the opportunity to do those things in practice, and then we'll be able to apply those things when it comes game time.
Coach, this is also the first year for your new assistant coaching staff. What are some of the things that they've already brought to the table, and what else do you expect for them to bring this year?
I'm very, very fortunate to have the staff that I have. They bring a ton to the table for me, just experience-wise. I think the biggest thing is what we focused a lot on and we're excited about is the recruiting part is huge for us because if we have to be able to get more players so we can get players into the system and the type of players that I want to be able to coach here. And I think that's what we've been focusing on, and they've done an incredible job at pinpointing those players and me going after them and us going after them as a staff. And then I think the biggest thing is we're all learning each other on the floor. Coach Richards knows my style because she played for me and she coached with me. But Coach Collins and Coach Turley have been incredible because they're just basketball minds, and they know a lot, and they add their energy. I think the biggest thing is we talk as a staff every day that we got to bring our energy every day so our players can understand and know what that's about and that passion and what we're trying to get back. And that's one of the things that I can say that I'm excited about my staff is that they bring that every day. And, we're one big family, and we're working every day to figure out how to make it be the best we can be.
Coach, anything in particular, has anything in particular surprised you so far since, starting the season? Or
Surprised me. No, I don't think so. Well, I'll take that back. I think the thing that really has surprised me is how fast this group has adjusted to me. And it's just like Alexis said. I've been doing this for a long time, and I've coached a long time, and I'm really, really close with this team. And it happened as though it was really natural. And for them to be young ladies of their age and have to go through the change that they've went through, I commend them on that, and I tell them that every day. So that really is a big surprise to me because I understand and know how important that is, that you have relationships with your players and that it doesn't happen overnight. And I just give them a lot of credit for believing in me and the staff and giving me that opportunity to show them that I could be that leader, that mentor, that role model, and everything I talked about when I got hard, that I was going to be able to do for them, that they see that that's happening, and I'm excited about that. Well, I think the biggest thing is I'm excited for the fans to be able to see how hard the young ladies play and how they compete. I think I'm looking forward to just being able to see the different things we've worked on. We talk a lot about trying to play fast pace and getting the ball up the floor. In that, I know that there'll be, some turnovers and stuff like that. But, that was one of the things that we talk about a lot, is taking care of possessions for us on the basketball floor. So I'll be looking, and my coaching staff will be looking for those things, and also just being able to guard. We've worked a lot on some different situations and things, and so those things, and just I want the girls to be able to embrace this whole 4-out 1-in offense and be able to have some fun when they're playing too. So as Alexis, as you saw, as excited as she was, because that's one of her strengths, and so I'm excited to see them play against someone else.
Coach, you used the word mentor. Who is your mentor? You could be a challenging year with a lot of different things, but who do you go to when the times are good and the times are not so good, and who do you pick up the phone and talk to?
Well, that's a good question. I'm very fortunate. I feel like that I have a couple of mentors, but Paul Sandiford is really big for me, and he, I talk to him every now and then. But I also am. Me and Jeff Walls are really close too, and I actually talked to Jeff just last week, and we actually text each other when we both got commitments on the same day, I think. So I talked to Jeff a lot, and there's a couple other people in the business that I'm really close with that I feel like have done this for a while, and so I turn to them and ask questions, and we talk about things that ask them, have they been through certain situations, and how did they handle it, and I was very fortunate that I actually went to a kind of a leadership seminar a couple of months ago, and I was really impressed with Coquise Washington at Penn State. I had a chance to visit with her, and so she's kind of been one that has really helped me and talked to me about this journey and what it's going to be about and what we need to do. So I feel very fortunate and blessed that having an opportunity being in this business for a while, that I have a lot of people that I know that have been through different things, different situations, but also have won and know and have done it the right way, and those are the people that I look to.